Hello, we are digging into the second and third biggest fears when it comes to living with less. If you missed the last video, we talked about the first fear, which is overwhelm. So if you missed it, pause this, hop back there, and then join us back here for the second and third fear. Money is what we are diving into right now. That is the second fear that surrounds living with less. And here's the thing that's super interesting. A lot of people start the lifestyle of minimalism as a way to actually save money. So you only spend money on the things you'll actually love and use, and you skip the rest. Sounds pretty good, right? This mindset totally applies to your closet, 100%. And that's why the best place to start is paying attention to what you are wearing and using in your life and getting rid of what you're not. So far in this mindset, we haven't come into any issues with money, right? But here's the thing, to be able to sustain the change in your lifestyle and not have it become the yearly spring clean out, you know what I mean, where you clean out your closet and then just clutter it all up again within the next year, you need to start changing the way you replace your clothing that you got rid of. I'm talking about mindfully adding back into your wardrobe. And if we're being honest, investing in quality clothing that you'll love, especially if it was made with social good in mind, is going to cost more than those fast fashion pieces that cluttered your closet before. So, what can we do about this? The first thing we can do is shift our mindset on how much we're spending on our clothing with something called cost per wear. Cost per wear is simple. It's how much a piece of clothing costs each time you wear it. I'm going to oversimplify this for the sake of explanation, but let's take a t-shirt as an example. If you spend $10 on a trendy t-shirt and you wear it 5 times, by the way, this is being pretty generous. It's staggering how few times we actually wear the clothing that we buy. That shirt will cost you $2 every time you wear it. Now, let's say you skip the $10 purchase and instead you invested in a $50 long sleeve shirt that you knew you would wear under all of your sweaters. So you wear this shirt over and over, once a week even, and after a year of loving and wearing it, you would have paid $1 every time you wore the shirt. And you still love it, it's in great shape, so you keep wearing it and reducing your cost per wear each time. All the while not spending more money on another shirt because this one is perfect for you and your lifestyle. Are you following me here? Instead of having 5 $10 t-shirts that never fit great or wash up well and things you just get sick of, frankly, you can have one top that you really love and that serves your lifestyle. So that's how slow fashion can actually save you money and make you happier with your clothing, even if you're initially spending more on ethically and sustainably made purchases. Pretty cool, huh? Now, there's still a big fear of spending a bunch of money on something that turns out not to be a great fit for your style. And next week, we are going to dig into how you can map out your perfect wardrobe so you're only investing in the best pieces for you. Another really great way to support slow fashion in your wardrobe is to shop secondhand. And this is becoming easier and easier now that we can do it online. So companies like ThredUp and Poshmark are sites that allow you to sell and buy secondhand right from your home. I've linked their websites in the comments if you want to check them out. So last but not least, we are digging into the third fear surrounding slow fashion, which is other people's opinions. Yay. Here's the thing about other people's opinions about you. They have very little to do with you and much more to do with the other person. If you're worried about your friends and family thinking that you are weird or snobby or unfun because of moves you're making to live with less, just face the fact that people might not get it. And that's okay. You aren't meant to live your life to make other people happy. What's the expression? You can't make everyone happy. You're not Nutella. Well, that's the truth. So try to approach situations where you might be discussing your efforts to live with less in a way that won't make other people feel judged for not doing it. Many times it's when the other person is feeling like their choices are being threatened by your decision that they get defensive and, dare we say, nasty. I have found it very, very helpful to take the personal approach by saying things like, we're trying to reduce spending on things that aren't totally necessary for us right now. Or in an effort to support my mental and emotional health, I'm working on removing excess clothing and clutter from my life. By sticking to the personal benefits of minimalism, you can avoid situations where the other person sees you as preachy or self-righteous. for living a certain way, and instead you'll actually be welcoming discussion on how they too can change if that's where their heart is. All right, there you have it. That's the 3 biggest fears that surround living with less: overwhelm, money, and other people's opinions. I hope you guys learned something from these strategies and that you really feel like you can combat some of these fears now and make some moves forward. If you have any other suggestions or questions of what you want to talk about, please leave them in the comments. And if you thought this was a video that had some good stuff in it, please share it with a friend who you think would like to hear it. And make sure you're following my brand, 956 Studio, to not only get a peek behind the scenes of an ethical, sustainable, small batch clothing label, but to also see how this rural Midwest gal is navigating living her own slow and mindful lifestyle. See you guys next week to chat about Slow Fashion October and how you can get started.